We about to go ahead and get into it though, bro. Yeah, you were in chat for that lame race, bro. Look. That shit was so fucking boring, bro. I just can't believe it. I need to chop up all the little clips of me, because you saw me on stream. I was dead falling asleep. Bro. I'm gonna chop up all them clips. I might post them. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we got to talk about. Let's see what we got. Who the f is this? Stars of the fan stage. Oh, are these little kids? These were the little kids, weren't they? Aw. Those are array helmets, aren't they? Yeah. Dude, those are sick. Like, the suits go hard. Them are, like, suits. Those helmets dope. I know, facts. Bro, like, the suits are accurate as hell. Where the fuck did they get them suits from? Does the teams make little baby suits? Bruh, I feel like if they made whole suits, I would see a lot of people at my K1 with these big full-fledged suits on. Max is on some different. Obviously, we know. We're going to talk about Max in a second. Norris trying to overtake Verstappen at the Japanese Grand Prix. Yeah, it was impossible. I wouldn't say he was that slow, but then again, you could have put that Williams. You could have put the Williams up front, and I think the Williams probably would have won. The amount of it was lame as like, just, no degradation. Dirty air was just way too crazy. Nobody could get close. The dirty air effect nowadays is honestly more of a hindrance to the effectiveness of like punching a hole through the air and creating DRS. That's bad. That was worse than the last generation of cars. So it's like, I don't know what they can do. I mean, dirty air is always going to be a thing no matter if you like it. It doesn't matter. The teams can complain about it all they want, but the teams then again at the same time want to create more downforce. So I feel like that's one area where they kind of just need to like drop it. Not necessarily drop it, but just like it's unrealistic because the team can be like, hey, we're getting dirty air from the car in front of us. But then that team is trying to create as much downforce as they can and to give dirty air to the car behind them. So it's like, it's one of those trade-offs. It's like, just throw it to the side. Now, Pirelli, gotta go. We need to there's two things. We need to get these cars smaller, lighter weight, get the batteries gone, and we need to fix the tire issue. The tires are terrible. There was even sometimes like, 20, well, I know I can think of the Ferrari, but it was times when the Ferrari and even the Mercedes and the Red Bull had like degradation issues and stuff like 2020, I think it was last year. They were all kind of having their like issues, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have to literally manage the tires for the first part of a qualifying lap. That's lame as hell. Trice tires and only one DRS zone doesn't equal a good racing. Yeah, why don't they have a DRS zone before 130R? At the end of spoon turn to 130R, there should be a DRS zone right there. Cut the DRS off before you turn it to 130R. That would actually create more overtakes at 130R. That would be thrilling. But I feel like they don't want to do it because they know it's probably dangerous. So that's probably why they've never ever done it. But it's like, why not do it? The shit we're about to have next year is stupid. What's it called? Active Aero. They were actually investigating Jack Doohan's crash because if Active Aero is going to be a thing next year and you can't control it. It's a computer that controls itself. What happens if it stays open and we have a bunch of Jack Doohan crashes in the first turn and then potentially 130R? Because it's not like a DRS zone. It's like if you use it on the straight, it's like one of those things. Let's see. What's this?
That is a good question. I wish I had.
Bro, that is insane, bro. Oh, wait, Lewis took that picture. I think. No, he's too high.
Everything in order to win this week.
That is so amazing. That is so amazing, bro. That is so dope. They kill, bro. The Japanese fans be going stupid. Oh, let's talk about this cracker lap. That sounded insane. My bad. That sounded crazy. That sounded kind of crazy. My bad.
After 53 laps, the first man to win 4 in a row around Suzuka.
Oh, this is the win. Yeah.
Max Verstappen.
Leclerc. Yeah, Oscar would have. I feel like Lando had the. They were faster. They were faster, but Oscar was fast. Fast. Yeah. All right, chat. This is what we need to talk about right here. Okay, R2. You remember whenever I was live, we were making fun of Lando because he was crying. I found a different POV that we did not see live. It might not totally be what we think it is, but it's definitely not one-sided either. You get what I'm saying? It's not one-sided.
This is Lando Norris coming into the pits. McLaren won the Constructors' Championship last year. It's why they get this entry back to the...
Okay, now there's one argument for unsafe release, but we're racing. This isn't like qualifying. This isn't, well, I don't know. I'm not sure because whenever you're on the end of the pit lane, you kind of have space to kind of, you got space. So,
Last lane, wait for Max Verstappen on the left-hand side by side they go.
Now the goofy thing that me personally, I feel like Lando was trying to have an aura farming moment, and he wanted to do some iconic and overtake him on the grass, and maybe he thought Max was gonna yield or something. Bro, you're racing Max Verstappen. I don't know. I don't expect what I don't understand what you expect from him. The other thing is, I feel like the gap that Lando had before they went into pit was kind of big. And the fact that you even came out next to him, I feel like you should be kind of grateful. So, a good try, just get in right behind him, bro. Just get right behind him. You know what I'm saying? Just get right behind him, push as hard as you can this next lap, and then see what you can get out of it. You have better degradation than him. Just see what you can get out of it. Then there's that side, and then he was a goofy for trying to go around and go on the grass.
Apply the power.
Yeah, no. He could have wrecked right here. He very much could have wrecked. And then he really would have looked stupid.
Close on acceleration.
See, now you're this far back and your tires are dirty.
Yeah, it was.
This is the POV we need to see right here.
Norris actually got a great launch off the pit lane limiter.
Look at his steering wheel. He turned that to the right. Initially, look, Max, if you're going to do this, now you got away with it. Cool. Cool. Honestly, cool. That's a Max Verstappen.
It was. Norris actually got a great launch off the pit lane limiter.
He kind of did already.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, he kind of a little bit. He turned the steering wheel a little bit. Now, me personally, honestly, cancels out because what Lando did was stupid. He could have wrecked into the wall, or he could have swapped it, wrecked into Max. What Lando did was dumb. What Max did was also sketchy. So I'm happy they kind of just went with the decision just to leave it alone because they both were doing some sketchy. But Max, you're not totally innocent, and everybody's kind of just, siding with you, and I'm more on the part of siding more on your side. If there was a scale, I would kind of be on more of Max's side with this shit. But at the same time, Max, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of steering wheel work. It's cool. Yeah, that boy Kimmy was, he was locked in. I think it was 10 laps to go. Lewis was 3 seconds behind Kimmy. And then by the time there was 3 laps to go, or like the last lap or something like that, I think it was 7 seconds on 3 laps to go. And then it was 10 seconds by the time the race ended. Yeah, that boy Kimmy had some pace, scary pace, like race winning pace. Kimmy Rookie of the Year so far. I know it's super early in the season, bro. Bro. Yes. Ali, Hajar, Kimmy, those 3 are going to be we haven't had this good of batch of rookies since like Lando, Albon, and George came in, Pierre, kind of that era. Like, we haven't had this good of rookies since them. That was like, what, 2018, 2019? So I feel like we got some good talent coming up, and, some new fan bases are definitely going to be connecting with these new drivers, bro, because they're dope. They all got different personalities. Kimmy kind of reminds you of like, who does Kimmy remind us of? I don't know. He's kind of his own little, they're all like, they're just little kids, bro. Ollie, he's a little, they're all little, bro. And then, Hazard, he's a little bit on the softer side. They probably all are, but him in particularly, But I don't know how you cry so much and still get into Q3. That's just the thing.
We keep pushing together. Hold up, everyone. You see, we never give up. We keep pushing together.
Bro. I've always wanted to see this side of Max, bro. Like, I remember 2020. Like, it's crazy because the times when Max has to fight from behind are the times where I like him the most. Like 2020, whenever he was fighting from behind, bro. I wasn't very dead set on being like a solo driver fan, obviously. Like, I was honestly fucking with Max more than I was fucking with Lewis just because of like his just tenacity and his just like, go get it mentality. And obviously a lot of drivers have that, but Max is just different, bro. Max just don't give a Max is not perfect. He might do dirty pretty often, more than not, you know what I'm saying? But he's a pretty stoic dude. Obviously, we hated all the shit he was doing in 2021. It was annoying. But, outside of that season, bro, like Max, bro, he's one of them, bro. He's really going to, at the end of the day, whenever it's all the stories wrote and done for him, bro, he's going to be one of the greatest of all time. And I think he already is right now. That's just enough said. Whether you like him or hate him, bro, he's the most, I would say, honestly, you want to be real, I think he's top 5 most talented F1 drivers ever. I don't give a what you talking about. I don't care. Oh, power ranking. They got Hajar at 2. I think Behrman should have got driver of the day. Me personally. I think Behrman should have got driver of the day. Norris. Y'all really got I don't know about this. Leclerc, Albon, Antonelli, Russell, Alonso. Yeah, I don't know about this, bro. Yeah, Norris at 4. Alonso at 10? What are we talking about? Am I missing something? You started in 13th, finished in 11th. Behrman started in 10th, finished in 10th. Albon started in 9th, finished in 9th. So they're just not going to give any Lewis any credit for overtaking Hadjar. George started 5th and finished in 5th. What the fuck are we doing here? And then who else did they say? Yeah, Piastri 7th is crazy as fuck. What the hell? We're going to look at these comments in just a second. Hold on. Formula 1 posted this. Of course, Oscar Piastri has lower points than Lando Norris for being quicker, but not attacking. Serves him right in the crucial power rankings table. I was thinking that, but like that low, I would, if you're gonna at least put Piastri like right below him, because nobody else made a impression. Kimi started 6th and finished 6th. He was the only one showing fucking pace. It was hard to overtake. As for the rest, Antonelli doesn't deserve a better grade than Russell. And it's insane that Norris gets to 8.4 when he drives an illegal rocket ship that should have easily been on pole and won. I don't think the car's illegal, but when Max gets a 10 and still says we can improve, perfect 10, perfect mindset. Facts. Holy, they finally gave him a 10. They finally gave Max. I don't be keeping up with these. Those rankings are crazy. There was hardly any overtaking in the entire race. If they do it off pace, if they do it off sheer pace, if you want to throw some overtaking in there, Lewis is not even on this. They're not going to sit here and count all the little, like, you know, setbacks your car might have. They're not going to count that. That's kind of how I would do it. I would go Verstappen, Norris, Piastri. Probably just do it how the top 10 are at. Like, I don't understand. It's just not that difficult, bro. That was insane. Yeah, that's nasty. What kind of silly ass idea is it to? I'm gonna try to keep the DRS open in the first corner. What? Like, I want to know who co-signed that. I want to know who co-signed that. Fire him. Yeah, bro, we could be getting overtakes like this all the time.
Tried to block the line in 130 and Alonso having none of it. Straight around.
We could be getting shit like this all the time. But no, they want to be. These are the driver standings. Boy, that boy Lando is shake. I know he's scared. It's on and popping now. It's this is a fight. Ferrari, look. Never mind, I don't even want to talk about that, bro. I'm not gonna lie, we don't even want to talk about that. Next race is Bahrain. I think McLaren clear, but we don't know. And because you can actually overtake, I am very much certain the Oscar's going to win next race. Very much certain. That boy about to have a chip on his shoulder. They need to stop treating him like a number 2 driver as if he's not 12 points behind in the fucking championship. You're very well in the championship fight. George Russell is very well in the championship fight. We got 4 people, potentially 5 people fighting for a fucking championship right now. Now, realistically, it's realistically, it's only 3. I want Piastri to win. That's who I want to win a championship. I want Piastri to win this fucking championship. I think he can do it if McLaren let their drivers race and stop doing this shit. Treating him like he's a number 2 driver. He just signed an extended contract. And I think this might be the first race since he signed. And y'all on this bullshit? Bro, let him go. Let him get around. We already know the car has enough pace to stick with Max. It's not like you can't just creep right back up on Max. Let him go around. Let him give it a go. If he doesn't fucking do it, switch back like they did in whatever. You know how Mercedes used to do it back in the day. Do the switchback. I hate this, man. It's already boring as fuck. We got Ferrari fucking up the operations. We got McLaren up the operations. Like, if they just keep doing the dumbass shit they do, Max is gonna, bro, he's gonna sail. Eventually he's gonna chip away at this championship just based off the stupid mistakes that teams like McLaren and Ferrari are making because they haven't been in this position. They're incompetent. You know, when Red Bull, even in 2019, even in 2018, bro, they weren't making no operational mistakes, bro. They've been ready to do what they've did the last couple of years for a long time, bro. They be on timing. You know, I thought McLaren were on that level. Like last year, they had that one mistake, that one incident, you know, and maybe a couple, you know, every now and again. But I'm tired of seeing my boy Oscar go through this, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. And then I didn't post a clip of Lando talking shit last week about we have the car now, it's us now. I didn't even post that clip, and I should have posted it because he was talking about it's us now. You know what I'm saying? What it is that a third, and then he ends up losing, couldn't even overtake, and then his teammate was faster than him. I should have posted that clip. I don't know. I was tripping. I should have posted it. It's okay.
For Checo, you know, I got very, very supportive message. You know, first of all, congrats, and whenever you feel issue or you know whenever you want to know something about the repo structure or you know the car, he said just let me know. He always there and to support me. So you know those things is yeah, it just meant me a lot, you know. And Checo was always supportive throughout my career, Formula One career, even like 2021 when I was struggling. You know, he was first guy. He was you know giving the message in background.
Hey, obviously, whenever I was talking about like rookies coming in, I was talking about a group of rookies. Like we never had a group of rookies, but this dude in 2021 was the standalone. Like you know, Mazepin sucked. Whoever else was a rookie, I think it was just them two. I think Yuki. It's surprising to say that he was obviously when he was struggling, but Yuki was on time in 2021. Yuki was on that. He was that guy, bro. He was on timing.
That he's blaming my.
But calling somebody your dad, wait.
And you know, it just take step by step. It's like my, I don't know, like dad partly for check.
I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say all that. Why did they end it right there, bro? No, Yuki, I wouldn't say all that, bro. It's doing too much. Birthday to you. Oh, Oscar. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, Oscar. Blow it out. Yeah.
Wow.
How old is Oscar turning? What is he, 20, 23, 24? I'm 22. That's fucking crazy. 22 is Formula One. I saw this. Is it just me? This is not, this car is ugly to me. I don't like it. It's not me. Retrofits, Williams are, ooh, that's hard. I like that. Oh, they made those for this. Oh, they made those. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's smooth. I like that. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's it for F1 Twitter today. I'm not gonna cop. I think that's it, chat.